Good morning, all. Myself, Abhishek Vora. Today, I am going to teach you about body fluids and circulation. This chapter comes in class 11th, NEET, and we will discuss all about blood, its component, and its importance in our life. We will also discuss the importance of blood in our life. So, why are we wasting our time? Come to the chapter. Okay. So, first, I want to tell you what we will discuss in this chapter. First, I will tell you about blood. Then I will tell you about importance of blood, importance of blood, and the third we will discuss about the component of blood. These three topics I will discuss in this lecture one by one. Okay. Now I'm going to erase this, so we will start the topic. Okay. First, I want to tell you about the what meaning body fluids. The fluids which are present in the human body are known as body fluids. In this chapter, we will discuss about the two fluids which I am writing here, that is the blood, and the second fluid which is present in our body is lymph. What do you mean by circulation? Circulation means these fluids are what traveling in our body for what? For transporting the important substances in our body from one part to the another part. Okay. So circulation, it means what? Transportation. Transportation. Now the most important thing is this: where are these fluids transported and where are they formed? Transportation. For transportation, we need what? A way, a road. Okay, like if you want to go to school, you want what? A way. That is the rasta in Hindi. Okay. So here there are some vessels which are present in our body like a tube, and in this tube the blood is what? Floating. Blood is floating like this. Okay. This tube is called blood vessels. If blood is floating in this tube, this is known as blood vessel. If lymph is floating in this tube, then it is known as lymphatic vessel. And both the fluids are traveling in two different vessels, yani different pipes. Okay. Now I am going to discuss about blood first. Okay. First we will discuss about blood. So I want to define blood. What is blood first? Blood is a specialized fluid connective tissue. Blood is a specialized fluid connective tissue which carries gases like O2, CO2, salts, nutrients, hormones, etc. So this fluid carry gases, salts, nutrient, hormones, etc. And these are transported from one place to another. Like if these are present at A place, then these have to reach to point B, and for that we need what? Our circulatory system. And in our circulatory system there is what? A blood in which these are loaded and then these are transported to A to B. Okay. Now I want to tell you about one more important thing: the specialized fluid. The color of this fluid is what? Red color. Red color fluid. The pH of this fluid is what? Alkaline. Alkaline. Okay. And how much amount of blood is present in our human body? That is what? 5 liter in human adult. 5 liter in human adult. That is the brief of what blood. Now I am going in the detail of this topic. Blood. There are different components of blood. What components? There are different components. Components. There are different components of blood. Components of blood. And these components are blood plasma and and formed elements and formed elements. First, I will discuss about plasma, then formed elements. Okay. What is plasma and what does plasma contain? Plasma is the main part of the blood because its percentage in blood is 55% and formed elements are 45% only. Formed elements are known as formed elements because they are formed in the body, okay, at a specific site known as bone marrow. Plasma. What does plasma contain? What does plasma contain? Plasma is basically made up of 90 to 92% of water. The color of plasma is pale yellow color or straw colored. It contains proteins. It contains proteins. How much amount of protein? That is 6 to 8%. And proteins are that proteins are what? That is albumin, globulin, and fibrinogen and fibrinogen. Albumin maintains osmotic balance. Osmotic balance matlab the balance of salt and water in our body. Globulin helps in providing what? Immunity. Immunity. It fight against infection. Fibrinogen help in blood clotting. Fibrinogen help in blood clotting. What other things plasma contain? What other things plasma contain? Okay, see, it also contains salts like sodium, chlorine, calcium, magnesium, etc. It contains nutrients also. It contains nutrients also, that is amino acid and protein. And protein. It also contains what? Hormones. Hormones, it means it carries hormones, transport hormones. So that is all about what plasma. Next we are going to move in formed elements. Okay, next we will discuss about formed elements. We are going to discuss what? Formed elements. Formed elements. Formed elements में first we will read about RBC, then WBC, and then platelets. Okay, RBC. RBC, red blood Corpuscles. Corpuscles means these cells are what? Floating. Okay. Floating in what? Floating in plasma. Okay. WBC, that is white blood corpuscles. These are also floating. And the last is what? The platelets. Platelets are also known as thrombocytes. Thrombocytes. The other name of RBC is what? Erythrocytes. Erythrocytes. Erythro is for erythrin pigment which provides red color. White blood is also called as leukocytes. Leukocytes. And here we will write it. That is thrombocytes. Okay. आरबीसी का जो इरिथ्रोसाइट है इट कंटेन्स व्हाट इट कंटेन्स Fe iron containing pigment which is known as what hemoglobin and this hemoglobin provide what red color to the blood it provide red color to the blood okay it also help in what hemoglobin help in what carrying respiratory gases like O2 and CO2 okay next where are these cells formed RBC आरबीसी का फॉर्मेशन कहाँ होता है आरबीसी फॉर्म्ड इन रेड बोन मैरो हमारी जो लॉन्ग बोन्स होती हैं उनके रेड बोन मैरो वाले पार्ट में यानी कि उनके टिप पे फॉर्म होता है व्हाट रेड ब्लड कॉर्पसेल्स आरबीसी ओके एंड द लाइफ स्पैन ऑफ आरबीसी लाइफ स्पैन यानी कि हाउ मच टाइम इट इज प्रेजेंट इन आवर बॉडी it is present in our body for 120 days it will then it is what died and is stored in their graveyard known as spleen okay so for writing I want some more spaces so I am erasing here now I am writing some points related to all these three formation of RBC in red bone marrow formation of WBC also in bone and thrombocytes are formed by the fragmentation of megakaryocyte cells. Megakaryocytes means a cell which has big nucleus. So, because of breakdown of these megakaryocytes, these platelets are formed. Megakaryocytes fragments. Okay. Then lifespan. Lifespan. Lifespan is of 120 days. Lifespan is of 10 to 20 days. And this is of 1 week. It is what enucleated. Enucleated means nucleus absent. Nucleus absent when they are what mature. Mature mammalian RBC have no nucleus. White blood cell have nucleus. Yani this is what nucleated. Nucleated. This is what non-nucleated. Enucleated. Enucleated. Now the function. The function most important is what the function. The function of RBC is what in transportation of gases? Transportation of gases. Transportation of gases. White blood cell function is what? Fight against and infection, yani providing immunity. Providing immunity. And what? Thrombocytes help in blood clotting. Help in blood clotting. Now I am going in the detailed description of WBC because WBC is made up of some more components. WBC is not a single cell; it is a group of cells. Okay. So as I told you, what I am going to discuss you now, WBC. WBC, white blood corpuscles. White blood corpuscles. White blood corpuscles is made up of two type of cells. The first is called as granulocytes. Second one is known as agranulocytes. Agranulocytes. Okay. I am making a table to write down all these about granulocytes and agranulocytes. And to learn about granulo and agranulocytes, I am writing a trick, that is the mnemonic. And the mnemonic is never let eat monkey banana. मंकी को बनाना खाने नहीं देना है. मंकी को बनाना खाने नहीं देना है. So N for beta, N for neutrophil. L for leukocyte. E for eosinophil. M for monocyte. B for banana. B for banana. B for banana. B for basophil. So in this way, you will learn about what the different types of WBC. I am writing one more thing here. What are neutrophil, what are granulocytes, and what are agranulocytes. Okay. See, to learn this, what are granulocytes, I make other trick, that is like a parleji. You will learn Nipji. N for neutrophil, E for eosinophil, B for basophil. These three elements are what? The granulocyte. And for this, you will learn what? MLA, Member of Legislative Assembly. MLA means, now see here, what is neutrophil? Neutrophil is granulocyte. So write here granulocyte. What is leukocyte? Leukocyte here is agranulocyte. What is eosinophil? Eosinophil is what? Granulocyte. What is monocyte? Monocyte is what? Agranulocyte. What is basophil? Basophil is what? Granulocyte. In this way, you will know what are granulocyte and what are agranulocyte. Okay. See how this trick help you to overcome your toughest topic to be easier. Okay. Now I am writing what? How much amount of neutrophil, leukocyte, eosinophil and monocyte and basophil form the whole WBC. Okay. So the most part of WBC is made up of neutrophil, that is 60 to 65%. Leukocyte forms the 20 to 25% part of what? WBC. Monocyte, then what? Eosinophil. Eosinophil form what? 6 to 8% of WBC. Monocyte form 2 to 3% of WBC, and basophil forms 0.5 to 1% of WBC. It is very important for NEET beta, very important for NEET. This will ask in your examination, arrange it in lowest order or highest order. Which one is granulocyte, which one is agranulocyte. I hope this trick will what help you to overcome the questions which is related to the same topic. Okay. So that is the detailed discussion of this topic. Now I'm going to conclude. I hope you guys learned many things from this lecture. Now that is the conclusion. Conclusion. In conclusion, what we will read about blood. Blood क्या होता है? Blood is what? Specialized connective tissue. Specialized connective tissue. The color of blood is what? Red color. How much amount of blood is present? 5 liter. pH कैसा होता है? pH होता है alkaline. Okay. Then the component of blood. Then the component of blood. Component of blood. सो ब्लड के कितने कंपोनेंट होते हैं? ब्लड के 3 कंपोनेंट होते हैं, आरबीसी, डब्ल्यूबीसी, प्लेटलेट्स एंड वन मोर प्लेटलेट्स एंड वन मोर दैट इज द व्हाट? प्लाज्मा. Which one is the most important part? वैसे तो सारे all are important but the maximum part is what? The plasma. And the remaining three, these 3 remaining part forms 45% of blood volume. आरबीसी के पास सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट क्या होता है? हीमोग्लोबिन. हीमोग्लोबिन ह्यूमन बॉडी में कितना होना चाहिए? 12 to 15 ग्राम पर 100 ml ऑफ ब्लड. डब्ल्यूबीसी सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट क्या करता है? प्रोवाइड इम्यूनिटी. प्रोवाइड व्हाट? इम्यूनिटी. प्लेटलेट्स किसमें हेल्प करती हैं? प्लेटलेट्स हेल्प इन ब्लड क्लॉटिंग. प्लाज्मा majorly made up of 92% of water. So WBC के भी कंपोनेंट मैंने आपको बताए थे. अभी लास्ट टाइम ही बताया था कि जो WBC है आपका WBC कितने टाइप का होता है? ग्रेनुलोसाइट और ए ग्रेनुलोसाइट. ग्रेनुलोसाइट में क्या क्या आते हैं? न्यूट्रोफिल, इओसिनोफिल और बेसोफिल. ए ग्रेनुलोसाइट में क्या आते हैं? मोनोसाइट और लिम्फोसाइट. So that we read in this lecture in detail. I hope you guys enjoyed and learnt many things from here. Thank you for watching.